Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Memphis, Tennessee, would you please welcome Born Again Elvis.
What's one for the money, two for the show, three get ready now, go can't go, but don't you sell my blue suede shoes. We can do nothing way off of my blue suede shoes. We can knock me down, slam on my face, slam my name all over the place, doing the thing that you wanna do. Lay all those shoes, but don't you sell my blue suede shoes. You can do nothing way off of my blue suede shoes. Well, it's one for the money, two for the show, three get ready now, go can't go, but don't you sell my blue suede shoes. You know what I think way off of my blue suede shoes. Take it away, man. Oh yeah, come on. Well, it's one for the money, two for the show, three get ready now, go can't go, but don't you sell my blue suede shoes. You know nothing way off of my blue suede shoes. Ah, the blue suede shoes, man. The blue suede shoes. The blue suede shoes, man. The blue suede shoes. Doing a thing off of my blue suede shoes. Ha! Oh, man. Well, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It is so wonderful being here with you all. And let me tell you, thank you so much, guys, for inviting me here. Thank you. Well, you're a fantastic audience, man. And let me tell you that. So before I introduce a very close friend of mine, and I hope you like him as much as you like me, we're going to have some fun, okay? We're going to do a few songs, and then I'll introduce my friend to you, okay? Let's have a look at this. Are we going to have fun, first of all? I hope so. Here we go. Because, that's right. It's now or never. Come hold me tight. Kiss me, my darling. We're mine tonight. Tomorrow will be too late. It's now or never. My love won't wait. When I first saw you with a smile so tender, my heart was captured, my soul surrendered. I spent a lifetime waiting for the right time. For who knows when we'll meet again this way. It's now or never. Come hold me tight. Kiss me, my darling. Be mine tonight. Tomorrow will be too late. It's now or never. My love won't wait. Just like a willow, we would cry an ocean if we lost true love and sweet devotion. Your lips excite me, let your arms invite me. For who knows when we'll meet again this way. Come on, help me out. It's now or never. Come hold me tight. Kiss me, my darling. Be mine tonight. tomorrow will be too late. It's now or never. My love won't wait. 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 I'm sure you'll know the song, ladies and gentlemen. It's a medley. Let's go for it, man. Well, since my baby left me, I found you placing well. Was that at the end of the lonely street, that heartbreak hotel I'll be? I've been so lonely, baby. I've been so lonely. I've been so lonely that I could die. So if your baby leaves, you gotta tell. Just take a walk down lonely street to heartbreak hotel I'll be. I've been so lonely, baby. I've been so lonely. I've been so lonely that I could die. All right, come your hands, come on. Woo. Let's go. You ain't know what a hound dog. We're crying all the time. You ain't know what a hound dog. We're crying all the time. You ain't never gonna rabbit. Ain't no friend of mine. Well, said you was high class. Well, that was just a lie. Well, said you was high class. Well, that was just a lie. You ain't never gonna rabbit. Ain't no friend of mine. Take it away, man, come on. Oh, dance away, man. Woo! Here we go. Oh, man. I'm in love. I'm all shook up. Yeah. Oh, well, bless my soul, what's wrong with me? I met you like a man on a fuzzy tree. Friends say I'm acting in the wilds of bug. I'm in love. I'm all shook up. Yeah. Oh, well, my hands are shaking and my knees are weak. I can't seem to stand on my own 2 feet. Who do you think will I have at such a look? I'm in love. I'm all shook up. Yeah. My tongue is tied when I try to speak. My inside shaking like a leaf on a tree. There's only one cure for this heart of mine. Have that girl and a love so fine. She touched my hands with what a chill I've got. Her lips are like a volcano that's hot. I'm trying to say she's my buttercup. I'm in love. I'm all she come. Yeah. Yeah, I'm all shook up. Yeah, so thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for having me here. I'm going to introduce to you my friend, Mark, okay? And let me just go and get him for you, okay? Hold on a sec. G'day, how you guys going? And yeah, that's right, I'm an Aussie. But look, just want to say thank you so much. I mean, this is, my life story and, just sharing it through the music of Elvis. Elvis sang songs that relate to my life journey, and that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to just go on from my journey in life, what's been happening, and then, just sing a song that relates to that journey, an Elvis song specifically. So yeah, I was basically born in Sydney, Australia, and mum and dad both of Maltese heritage. And, I was born, and then when I was 3 months old, would you believe it, we went on a ship called the Galileo, and it took about a couple of months to go back to Malta. And so my growing up years was in Malta. I was 9 years old when Mum and Dad said to us, we're going to go on a holiday. And that we did. We went on a holiday on a plane. But before that, let me tell you a little bit about Malta. Growing up there, these guys are just absolutely passionate. They're very, they love God. They go to church every morning and so forth. And they did things together as a culture. And they worked very hard. And my dad taught me to work hard, not harm anybody, and do good to people. And this is a song that relates to that part of my journey. Here we go.
I said, take it easy, baby, work all day, and my feet feel just like lead. I got my shirt tails flat all over the place and sweat popping out of my head. Chisel the hair, bustin' over, baby, keep on working, cause there ain't no time for that. Chisel the go, bustin' over, baby, keep on dancing, I'm about to have myself a thing. Bustin' over, bustin' over.
Yeah, so there you go. Mum and Dad and my brother and sister, we get on this plane. I was 9 years old. Mum and Dad told us we're going on a holiday to Australia, and there we were. I couldn't believe that we were going on a holiday because I've never been on a holiday, and so there we were over Australia. Now I'm looking through the window. And I'm looking and I'm like, wow, this place is like Disneyland. You had grass everywhere. You have trees. You had roof like this and bricks, red bricks everywhere. Very stark contrast between Sydney, Australia and Malta. And my English was very, very bad. We went to a primary school in Newtown. And man, oh man, I was the tallest kid in the block. But my English was absolutely terrible. And so, kids at that age, they make fun of you, and they called you everything under the sun. And, I learnt really my English through watching TV. I was watching Happy Days with Fonzie. I used to watch Prisoner and so forth. And, Prisoner taught me a lot. I wanted to basically be like a B. Smith, if you know Prisoner, the show Prisoner. And that was to be the top dog of the school. And anyone new who came to the school, basically we were going to welcome them. They were my rules. And if anybody wanted to give me trouble, guess what? They are in trouble.
You're looking for trouble? You've come to the right place. You're looking for trouble? Just stare at my face. I was born standing up and talking back. My daddy was a green-eyed mountain jack because I'm hero. My middle name is Misery. Well, I'm evil. So don't you mess around with Borgie.
So growing up in high school, well, let me tell you that. Growing up in high school, I went to all Catholic boys' schools. I went to St. Thomas Boys Lewisham and then St. Mary's Cathedral. And spiritually, what was, indoctrinated in me had no spiritual meaning. What mattered to me was basically girls, sports, and just, being successful. And even after high school, my gods were really, making lots of money, having a beautiful woman, and being famous, And so this next song is a tribute to that. Riot like city gonna set my soul, gonna set my soul on fire. I got a whole lot of money that's ready to burn, so get those stakes up high. There's 1,000 pretty women waiting out there. They're all living the devil may care, and I'm just a devil with no care. Viva Las Vegas, Viva Las Vegas. How I wish that there were more than 24 hours in a day. And even if there were 40 more, I wouldn't sleep a minute away. Oh, there's blackjack and poker and the roulette wheel. All your money lost on every deal. All you need is a stone heart and a nerve of steel. Viva Las Vegas, Viva Las Vegas.
So, you know, at this stage of my life, I'm 23 years old, and spiritually, not hurting anybody, being a good person is basically what I felt was going to get me to heaven. And, you know, the Bible tells us in Romans 3:10 that no one is righteous, not even one. And at this time of my life, I'm a sports injury therapist. I am working with elite athletes. I'm a vegetarian as well. I'm a very successful man. I've got a property in New Zealand, one in Australia as well. And anyway, I moved to New Zealand in 1992, and there I was engaged. And because of the way my mind was thinking, which is, you know, New Agey style, which basically means going on what you feel, feelings. I am a god. And in my workplace, I saw another woman, and the way we just connected, I felt we are meant to be together. And my foundations were not very good at all, because I was going off on what felt good, and I went that way. And basically, I left my fiancée and married very quickly this other woman. And this next song, well, listen to it, see what you think.
Stop, look and listen, baby, that's my philosophy. It's called rubbernecking, baby, 'cause that's alright with me. Stop, look and listen, baby, that's my philosophy. It's called rubbernecking, baby, 'cause that's alright with me. Some people say I'm wasting time. I don't really care. I like what I see what I like. It makes me
So in 95, I was married, and now we're in 1996. And guess what? My beautiful daughter, Angelina Marie Borg, is born. And very happy, making incredibly amount of money selling real estate this time. And, you know, we had a house around the corner from the beach, and my wife happily married to me, and we were, you know, just going well. And guess what? I was my wife's, you get it, teddy bear. That's right.
Oh, baby, let me be your loving teddy bear. I put a chain around my neck, a feeling everywhere. Oh, let me be your teddy bear. I don't want to be a tiger, 'cause tigers play too rough. I don't want to be a lion, 'cause lions ain't the kind of loving I just want to be your teddy bear. I put a chain around my neck, lead me anywhere, oh, let me be your teddy bear. Oh, let me be your teddy bear. So there I was, making lots of money. I was selling real estate, 1997 now. And I met a guy called Lloyd. Now, he just talked a lot, and he talked a lot about Jesus. You could see that he loved Jesus. And, you know, we had a lunch together. And, you know, he said to me, Mark, I want to tell you about Jesus and so forth. And I said, look, Lloyd, you know, your Christianity thing, it's good for you, mate. But, you know, I've been there, I've done that. I was an altar boy and all that. And, you know, I am a God, you know. So, you know, you believe in what you want to believe in. But, you know, he introduced me to a guy called Barry Smith, who's now passed away. But he was talking a lot about the end of the world, and that actually intrigued me. And I looked at that, but then I came to a point in my life that basically, you know what, Lloyd, you believe in what you want to believe in. I'm going to actually start reading the Bible, and I'm going to find holes in what you believe. And so that's what I was doing. I started reading the Bible. I had lots of questions and started going to a church and listening to a sermon, and then just waited and actually wanted to get the attention of the pastor and just to ask him the questions as well. Anyway, I came to a point that, you know what, I'm actually living this life now just for myself. I could see that I'm a selfish person, and I am actually full of myself. I am dead, really. And, you know, I started reading the Bible, as I was saying, and I was falling in love with the person of Jesus Christ. I started reading it to find holes in what my friend Lloyd believed in, but then I actually started falling in love with what Jesus actually did for me and actually for the rest of the world. And, you know, John 3:16, which basically summarizes the whole Bible, you know, for God so loved the world that he gave his only son, that whoever believes in him will not perish, but have everlasting life. And you know what? That is what I wanted to do. I wanted to give my life totally to Jesus. And this song is, man, well, listen to this song that Elvis sang. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin? But I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. So take my hand, and take my whole life too, for I falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea. Darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you, for I can't help falling in love with Jesus, everybody. Jesus. So this is, one of the hardest part of my life story. My wife knew I was investigating the Bible, but she really didn't understand that I would actually fall in love with Jesus. I totally understood now why he came on this earth. Before I knew, Jesus died on the cross and then he rose again. But it was sort of like a lifeless tradition for me. But now this time, obviously God's Spirit was working in me. He was drawing me near to him. And as I said, trying to find holes in the Word of God, I actually found him through his Spirit, prompting my spirit. And I understood now that I really want to give totally my life, and I wanted to let the world know what I believe in. And so I came to a realization that I really want to be obedient to what God did for me and what the Word says to, go and get baptized. And so I decided that that's what I want to do. I understood I'm going to be dead to the old Mark, Borg, and rising again to new life in him. And so when I made this decision of wanting to get baptized, I can tell you now, all hell broke loose. I was given the ultimatum by my, my first wife there, and she said, it's going to be either your God or us, your family. Oh man, I tell you, I felt like I was the meat in the sandwich. You know what I mean? I wanted both. I wanted God and my family. Soon after, she started living, single woman's life and, doing whatever she wanted to do. And unfortunately, it was quite painful. And this is really her song to me. It's called Separate Ways. And it goes something like this.
I see a change come to my life. It's not the same as it used to be. And it's not too late. Realize our mistakes. We're just not right for each other. Lovers slipped away, left us only friends. We almost seem like strangers. All that's left between us are the memories we share, of times we thought we cared for each other. There's nothing left to do but go our separate ways and pick up all the pieces left behind us. And maybe someday, somewhere along the way, another love will find us. Yeah, so, this was an extremely hard time for me because my wife gave me the ultimatum and basically she left me. And you know what kept me going, though? What kept me going was the Word of God, my Christian brothers and sisters who, cried with me, hugged me, and Christian music, listening to Christian gospel songs and even just, Christian music. And that's what kept me going. And so, there came a time where, man, this is quite torturous, She was doing whatever she wanted to. I was a babysitter at home. And so I had to leave the area at this time. So I asked her if it was okay, and she was very kind enough to let me go with my daughter, go to Sydney, Australia for a month. And so I did. I went back to my family in Australia, and just great catching up and just having a rest and, showing my family, my daughter Angie. And there was a time now where I'm going to have to return back to New Zealand. And so I went away on my own, actually the night before, to Bondi Beach. Everyone knows where Bondi Beach is, but famous beach in Sydney. And there I basically went in the early hours in the morning where I was walking on the hard sand of the beach where the water meets the sand. And I was walking along the path there, or the sand, I should say. And I was crying out to God with everything that I had. And at the same time, I'm saying to him, God, I just gave you my life, man, give me a break here. This is tough. This is tough going. And from everything inside me, I was screaming out. And as I was walking on the sand, and people can say whatever they want to say about this, but I saw writing on the sand. They can say a seagull wrote it. I don't care, but I know what I saw. And it was in capital letters on the sand, and it said, "This is a test for you." And I was a very young Christian at that time. I don't know what that meant, but I knew something, that the creator of the universe knew exactly what I was going through, and that he loved me. And if I stay with him, if I stick with him, he's going to get me through this. And, as you sort of mature with growing up as a Christian, reading the Word, there were many people, many of, the disciples, prophets, all that, they were tested. God tests us. And that is very special to me because I remember that this is a test for you. And I knew that was from him and that he loved me, he cared for me. And then I was going to go back to New Zealand. Yes, it was going to be extremely tough, but I knew that he was going to be with me through anything that comes my way. And so I'm so grateful to God for that. And let me sing a song. Before I sing that song, let me tell you, actually, the whole Elvis thing was born out of this. When I did go back to New Zealand, I met a very, very wealthy man. Unfortunately, he just recently passed away. He saw me, he heard my voice, and he wanted me to go to Europe and do Elvis. And that was in 1998. I went to Europe. And I was doing Elvis all through Germany and other countries as well. Went to my homeland, Malta, of course, and I did Elvis there as well. And I get this phone call from my wife and saying, "I want you back." And I'm like, "What?" So you know what? I left 4 concerts in Germany, and I actually did go back, and we were starting again. And I thought, wow, this is cool, But unfortunately, a short time later, she was, not wanting me. And so this next song is a real tribute to the time, how I was feeling actually. So listen to this song.
Well, I'm tired and so weary, but I must toil on in a land come to go, call me away. Well, night is dark and the land is the light, and the light is vast as the sea. There'll be peace in the valley for me someday. There'll be peace in the valley for me. Oh Lord, I pray there'll be no sadness, no sorrow, no trouble I see. There'll be peace in the valley for me, for me.
So it's 1999 now, and I go back to Sydney. I'm a brand new Christian, and I felt really that the Lord would want me to use music, use my voice for His glory. And so that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to give my whole life to God and do whatever He tells me to do. And so I felt that the Lord would want me to study. And so I did. I went to Christian University, and there I met my beautiful wife. Now, it's an amazing thing, but God is just so wonderful in knowing who you are and how you're feeling. And it was quite a heartbreaking thing going through that, and it is Him who keeps me going. And so He knew I needed a partner, a wife, and so He gives me the best. I meet Gina, my wife, and I get the best present from our awesome God. I was her first kiss, and Romans 8:28 said, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him. It's Romans 8:28, and He really does know. He knows everything. And there we met, and it was in 2001 we get married, and then we served on leadership. I was a pastor for 9 years at a church, and we've got 4 kids together now. My first daughter, she came to live with us as well at the age of 17. She's 24 now, and she herself gave her life to the Lord. And we're now serving in Malta. And let me introduce to you my wife, Gina. And we're going to sing Amazing Grace together. And I hope you enjoy this. And listening to the words, it's His wonderful grace towards us. Did you want to say something, babe? before?
Well, it's by the grace of God that he was my first kiss. I'm first to say that, I think, probably. And it's a beautiful thing to have been able to listen to Mark's story today. And each one of us has a story. It's a unique story. And it's God's story that matters most. And being able to sing this song together at this point in our lives is a treasure and a blessing. And so we just hope that it blesses you today as we're singing it, and that the Lord himself ministers to you wherever you're at whatever point in your journey. May your heart be open, even as we sing these things which are true about the good news of Jesus today.
Amazing grace, oh how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, oh but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Take it away, man.
When we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining hands, oh the sun. To sing God's praise, then when we first begun, oh yes, through many days,
just toil and snares. I have already come,
'cause he's brought us safe this far.
His grace has brought me safe thus far, and grace will lead me home. Come on, help us out. Amazing grace, oh how sweet,
so sweet
the sound that saved a wretch like me.
You saved a wretch like me.
I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
You've opened up my eyes, 'cause
I was blind, but now I see. Yeah, so since, becoming a Christian now, my life is different, our lives are different. We live in a different way, different priorities that are in line with God, His Word. And I just want to say thank you so much, guys, for taking your time to, watch this online there. And thank you so much. We are so encouraged, and we pray that you would have a relationship with God. And this song is called "How Great Thou Art," and it's a beautiful hymn. And my wife and I are going to sing it together.
Oh Lord, my God, when I in awesome wonder consider all the works thy hand has made, I see the stars, I hear the rolling thunder, thy power throughout the universe displayed.
And when I think that God, his Son not sparing, sent him to die, I scarce can take it in, that on the cross my burden gladly bearing, he bled and died to take away my sin.
Oh, then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou